resigned because I realized the gubernatorial candidate was not really politicking. He was not campaigning to become a governor. All the ideas I gave, all the contributions I made, he did not accept any of them. The later on, I realized that this man had a different understanding of what politics is all about. Of course, certainly I must admit that he was my Oga when we were working at the Petroleum Trust Fund during the Buhari time. He was a principal consultant and I was working under him. So I knew him that time very, very well, and I knew him to be a sharp-minded person and somebody who wants progress. So when he took me as his running mate, because he more or less is not staying in Katsina State, he was staying in Dubai. So he wanted somebody on the ground to really help him attain his political ambition, and he picked on me. So I sat down, took about 2-3 months, developed blueprints of what we should do from the beginning until the end. This man was not interested in what we developed. So I folded my arm and waited for him to bring forward his own ideas so that we work on them. This man did not bring any idea. He will just stay at home and be sleeping all the time. And then later on I realized because I was not always in his house. Some people who were in his house came to me and told me that this man who had believed that spirits will vote for him during the election. So he was not going out to campaign for people's vote. That he had just people around in the house all the time doing what we call Bori, some Bori cult. It's a spirit cult that the Hausa people knew about. I said, what am I in? Why am I doing? I don't believe in such things. I believe in working hard. If you get it, you get it. If you don't get it, you don't get it. Then I confronted him and said, you've asked me to make a list of people that we can contact physically or via phone. I made a list of 1,050 people in Katsina State. For each local government, each ward, each polling unit, these are people that I believe have followership, at least 15 to 100 people who follow them. Why don't you start going to them? He tell me, we'll do it. We'll do it. We'll do it. And then when I eventually found out that his own is Al-Jannu, the spirit will vote for him, then obviously I cannot continue to go with that person. That person is not a serious person, but I had already started and everything. So I wrote him a resignation letter that I'm not interested in doing all of these things. Please have this. If you are able to win the governorship, you should know that you don't have a running mate. So you can now use the State House Assembly to give you a running mate that you want. If you have not been able to win the governorship, you should also know that I am not interested in contesting with you for spirits to vote for us. That's a letter. I wrote 9-page letter to him with my reasons, about 60 reasons. All of them, I explained them to him. Now, of course, certainly I resigned and I stayed back. What do? I'm still interested in politics. There are now candidates for the parties. There are candidates for, there is a candidate for PDP, there is a candidate for APC, there is a candidate for other parties. So I had to weigh them. Which one is better for me to help? And I realized Dr. Duko Umar Radda is much, much way better than all of them. That is why I helped Dr. Umar Radda to become the governor of Katsina State. And thank God, Allah has answered our prayer and he's the governor of Katsina State.